add-on software to Goldmine. You buy a license for it, you don't rent it or anything like that. You buy it, you plug it into your Goldmine system, and you'll get a web-based window into your own Goldmine, work with it in real time. There's no synchronization or anything like that. If I log in from my phone or my iPod and make a change to Goldmine, it happens in real time back in the office. If I update a calendar, if I schedule a to-do for somebody else, it's on their to-do list in Goldmine as if I did it right there in the office. So we make a point of working on any device. It's very challenging to deal with mobile phone software because there's so many devices. Every year there's a new latest and greatest device. Every year each one of the devices changes their own operating system to kind of leapfrog across the other devices. It's a very competitive environment. So we use a web browser on all these different phones to be compatible with all the different phones. We can work on an iPhone, a Motorola Droid, anything in Europe. They have Nokia phones on Symbian operating systems. We work on every single one of them. We work on all wireless data services. It doesn't matter what you have, as long as you have a data service on your telephone subscription, like whether it's Verizon in the States or Rogers up here, it doesn't really matter. Since we're in Canada, one of the unique features of data connections up here and many other places in the world is you often have metered connections. That means it measures how much data traffic you actually use. So one of the points of our software is that we don't use data traffic unless you need to render a screen in Goldmine. So we don't continuously synchronize or use data traffic. If you need to look up a phone number, we render that page for that specific contact that you want to see, and that's the data you use. Then you basically don't use it anymore at that point. So that's an important point. Let me take a quick spin around. I'm going to sit down for a second, and I'm going to show first an iPhone emulator. So the screen's a little short here, so I just cut it off a little bit. But you'll see that I have a screen looking like this. It doesn't look like Goldmine, because we're not presenting it on a PC. We're on a small screen on an iPhone or a BlackBerry, right? So basically what we have is at the top we have search, unstructured search. Search for anybody in the database, any field you want, company name, contact, and it will search in there. I'm going to go do that. Don't mind me for kind of popping up and down here. So I'm going to type in, I'm going to search for somebody, an ABC company, name is Susan Smith, right? So I'm going to hit search, and it basically immediately then, and this by the way is live off of my server in New Jersey, right? So I have nothing on my computer here. This is connecting back to my server. This is live information as is. So here it found Susan Smith at ABC company. As I'm a mobile user, right? I'm on the run. I don't want to be thinking, how do I search for somebody? What's their account ID? It's like, I want Susan. I think it's ABC something. Type it in like Google and just hit search, and it'll find any candidate. Everything you see is customizable. So all these rows of information, you can have whatever rows of user-defined fields or Goldmine fields that you maintain. Usually we figure you need, address and phone numbers and stuff like that. That's all you need. So that's what the default is. These are clickable, by the way, the phone numbers. Click it on the screen, and it will dial the phone to that person. If I want more information, like basically all the stuff I have in Goldmine, click into the Susan Smith link like this, and you see all the fields from Goldmine laid out kind of simply, top to bottom, not a lot of graphics, because we're conserving data bandwidth, right? We want it to be snappy and not to use a lot of bandwidth. So all this stuff is live, as it is in Goldmine right now. You can configure all these screens, any collection of user-defined fields or standard Goldmine fields. And you see we have the tabs in Goldmine. So here's additional contacts tab with the different people. There's 7 additional contacts on this record, so I kind of give the user a clue so they don't have to click to see it. Again, I want to speak economical about clicking. Opportunities, pending activities, detail records, linked documents. If somebody has linked documents back in the server, linked to a contact record, you could pull it up on the mobile phone, okay? So you can open up and look at a quote on the mobile phone. You can also select it and email it to the customer. So say Susan called me and said, "Can you send me a copy of my quote?" You could pull it up as a linked document on the contact record and say, email it as an attachment to Susan right from your mobile phone. That's pretty nifty. All your customized fields are available. We have a feature called Closest Contacts. That means I'm visiting Susan Smith. I want to see, do I have any customers close by? And we actually do spatial calculations to calculate the distances between contacts and show you a list of the ones that are closest to Susan from your database. Basically, can I come up with any more sales calls to make? That would be fantastic. Maps and directions. We show you maps, like a little Yahoo map of the contact. And I'll show all the detail on this, by the way, during the lunch event. I'm just skimming really fast through stuff to try to get you to come to our lunch event. But then we have directions, right? So if I want to do street turn-by-turn directions, we can do that. I can create additional contacts. I can schedule new activity. I can complete activities. Everything from this particular screen. Go back to my main menu. Just want to show that real briefly. We also, other functionality, create new contacts. We have filtered search. We have contact groups in Goldmine. We have email inboxes. We support multiple email boxes. If you want to see your Exchange inbox, and from your cell phone link an email to a Goldmine contact record, you can do that. If you want to look at your Gmail personal inbox, you can do that as well. We have a full view of a graphical calendar, so I could go look, for instance, on a monthly calendar and see my live Goldmine calendar as it is in Goldmine. Not only can I see my calendar, but I can see other users' calendars. I can pick another Goldmine user and look at their calendar and be able to see what they're up to and be able to schedule things live on their calendar. For instance, if I click on today here, it's going to drill down, and you'll see that I'm at the Traders Goldmine conference. Right? This is my live calendar again. So here I'm on a daily calendar. Go back. Other things that are useful, I have lists of things like today's appointments, today's phone calls. So right from the main menu, I can click in, see who do I need to call today, get a list of them, click the phone number, dial it, complete it, get it all done. Okay, so that's a quick preview of that. I just want to also show we're also doing, I'm going to sell a little bit of a future here. We're also, this summer, we're adding new functionality to this for mobile usage of Goldmine on a PC web browser, which is larger. So if somebody has a laptop, a wireless connection, we're just working from home, we're creating a web-based Goldmine. So anybody who has WMobile, we're basically adding in this user interface if you're coming in from a PC. So if you're coming in from a Mac or a regular PC, you're going to see something that basically looks like Goldmine here, right? You have contact records. Here's John Wilson's contact record in our Goldmine system. You have the tabs below. So I have the history tab, the pending tab. I have my previously viewed contact records, just like in Goldmine. I have my calendar, I have activities. Pretty much a web-based Goldmine system. So we'll show this also in more detail. We're adding this into our WMobile product this summer. Just we're kind of giving a little bit of a preview on it, just to show it since we're here. Okay, so that's the basics of it. If there's somebody who can't come to the lunch and learn, because they're going to one of the other sessions or going out and eating some lunch or whatever, if you have any questions about it and you want to ask me about it, I'd be happy to just come up to me or ask it to me right now, and I'll do my best to answer. Okay, so that's a little preview. We're going into depth on it. Oh, there's my email. That was my preview of the WMobile products. Happy to answer any questions, but otherwise in detail we're going to go through it during the lunch and learn.